It is already escalating into serious violence, committed by young people. Madam Speaker, I rise on behalf of New Zealand First to speak on behalf of the Crimes Amendment Bill. And somewhat, the word astonishing was raised several times by the Green Party member, and it is astonishing that the party that is advocating for defunding the police now does not want to have anybody to have powers. They don't want the police, they don't want individuals to have powers to protect their own property. I'm not quite sure where they're sitting. I would agree, it is astonishing. It is also astonishing that the party who has repeatedly advocated or presented themselves as being the ones that is advocating for oppressed workers just completely glossed over the fact that this bill represents a modernisation of our legislation in terms of the laws around trafficking, recognising the seriousness of the offences, recognising the need to standardise the penalties, and actually doing some proactive steps to deliver the things that that party claims that they represent. And amongst this discussion that we've had repeatedly about we're putting this burden on businesses because, what was the word, low-level theft will escalate into serious violence. Have we not seen the news lately? It is already escalating into serious violence, committed by young people. This is providing a tool to give protection to small businesses, should they choose to be protected if they have to take powers into their own hands. And that can only be seen as a good thing. And next, Madam Speaker, I would highlight the protection for our first responders. New Zealand First was ensuring that this was part of our coalition agreement commitment because it is our first responders across the board that we rely upon to protect the public from serious offences and from harm generally. And when they're racing into the fight, they need to be protected across the board for the great work that they do, again glossed over by the parties on the other side of the House. And finally, something that New Zealand First has campaigned for in 2020 and 2023 is the coward punch legislation. This is an incredibly horrible crime that has cost the lives of innocent people and has to be addressed, and we are grateful that this piece of legislation is addressing it. I am astonished, I would say, that the fact we were actually being criticised for doing too much in this piece of legislation. That is why we're here, to do too much, to make sure we get this stuff done, and we will deliver, and I have great pleasure in commending this bill to the House.